Welcome back. We decided to come walk at one of the college campuses today. Since it's the weekend and there's no classes, got a pretty cool view here. Lots of different paths you can walk on. Jackson likes to ride his scooter here because there's a lot of little ramps that you can ride down, or little hills, you know, that he can come down fast on. He's way up there already.
Mom, I found something super hilarious. It's an upside down bench.
An upside down bench. Let's go check it out.
You've got to see it.
That sun is intense.
I know.
We're out early again. It's only about 7:15 or 7:20. You can see how bright it is. My glasses are on their darkest setting. We're about to be in some shade. There's some really beautiful trees here. Let's see what Jackson found.
Upside down bench this way.
All right, I'm coming. See the arches? We have an upside down bench.
Yes, look.
Oh, that's a bike rack. It does look like an upside down bench. It's a bike rack, or you could use it for a scooter rack. People that ride their bike to college, they put it in here and chain it up so it stands up out of the way. Is that cool?
Yeah.
You want to try your scooter there?
No.
All right. Here we go. Continuing on. This path leads down to one of the libraries.
Okay, we're at the end of the road. End of the road.
End of the road. You want to go down more? Did you see the man on the tree? It's right over here. He's still missing an eye. All the years we've lived here, he's been missing an eye. It used to be laying down here on the ground, but I think it's actually gone now. I guess he's a winking tree.
It used to be lying on the ground.
Yeah, his extra eye used to be down here. Sometimes I used to pick it up and set it up here. I think you could put bird food in here. I think he could feed the birds.
Oh,
It's pretty cute,
let's go
huh?
mushroom hunting. We can feed them some mushrooms.
You wanna look for some mushrooms? All right. So right over there is the library. One of them. And basically we're surrounded by all different college buildings that have classes Monday through Thursday. Here we go, back around. Another one of those walks that last year I would have barely made it down here. I would have been so out of breath. I would have been hurting so bad. There's some benches over here. And I used to make it this far and sit for a long time before I would head back and try to make it back to the car. Or I would go up here and sit on these picnic tables. Here we go though. I bet I can do 3 or 4 or 5 today. However long Jackson wants to stay here, it's probably about how long I could walk for. See what he's found now.
Have you seen an acorn tree?
An acorn tree? There's some here. They're called oak trees. You want to go up this way?
Well, I'm kind of just going around in circles like I want to.
Scootering around in circles. Let's make our friend dizzy. Whee! Whee! Are you getting dizzy? I bet I'm more dizzy than you. You don't get dizzy.
Oh, I do not.
You love to spin. Here is some pretty cacti. This is how you landscape when you live in the dry area. You grow cactus and rocks. Let's pick this up and throw it away. It's ruining the view. All right, I'll tell you if I notice an oak tree. Do you remember what the oak leaves look like?
And ever since I played Mario Kart yesterday, I'm terrible at stealing. Steering, not
Steering.
stealing.
All right, let's go this way. This is what he likes. All the ramps. I call them ramps. All the inclines, I guess is a better word for them. Hills, if you will. Was that fun? Till you have to ride back up? I think we can go back around where we were. Smile.
Chill,
Ear nips?
mosquito.
Oh, your booty's sharp.
Bleh.
Look at the green light and smile.
Bleh.
Okay.
You all
Go,
right?
Jackson, go, Jackson. Hold the rail, please. I don't want you to fall. This mosquito spray we bought works amazing.
Actually, I'm pretty sure it's just bug spray.
There are mosquitoes swarming all around me, all around my head, all around our arms. Like you can just see them in the air. They're swarming all around us and they are not landing on us. So that mosquito spray is a win. I have to keep stocked up. What happened? I think I found an oak tree. I'm pretty sure these are oak leaves. Let me know. You can see it better than I can. Did that look like an oak leaf to you? I'm pretty sure it is. There's no acorns right now. It's the wrong season. I see a butterfly. It's right here. Do you see it? There it goes. It's pretty when it flies. Its wings look blue. I don't know where it went. It's somewhere right here. There it goes. Look at this cactus. It's really tall. I think this is the thing that puts the seed pod out, but I'm not sure. And we have this, which is like whatever was in my mom's yard. I think she said it was sage, maybe. These are some of my favorite. They're just so big and so cool. It looks like something you'd grow in your house in a miniature pot version. And we have this thing, a yucca, and then we have this variety. Then we have this little palm tree looking thing. And these are my favorite trees in the spring that we have here. You can see white ones and pink ones. They have really pretty flowers on them. I'm not really sure what they're called. Here's a cactus that looks like it has flowers, but it's actually just petals that fell out of the tree. And then we have these cuties. Little daisy looking things. And let's go look at the next planter. Jackson hurt himself a minute ago. His scooter scratched his leg. And it's a little disappointing because one small moment, one small mishap like that can just ruin our whole day. You know, he's not really hurt. Not what I would think was hurt, but to him he's hurt. And it was unexpected. And now he's anxious that it might happen again. And so now he's whined the whole way around. And he's a little upset, very upset. And he just wants to leave. So what could have been a really nice morning and outing has kind of gone south. And this is honestly the life of raising an autistic child. A child with a lot of sensory needs, a lot of anxiety. So I'm trying to give him space and let him figure out that he can still ride and have fun. So I'm just walking and showing you the flowers, and he's kind of trailing along with me. And just now, he's back on his scooter and riding it instead of pushing it along with a pout on his face. And I'm not blaming him. I'm not upset at him. None of those things at all. Just a teachable moment. I know we have viewers that are curious about autism, curious about how it is to be autistic or to raise an autistic child. And this is just part of it. You know, you make plans and you try to have a good time, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And that's true with anybody of any age, but even more so when you have a higher needs child. We are back to the circle where he can ride round and round, and he seems to be having fun. Let's see.
Hi.
Hi, baby. Is that fun?
Yep.
There's some guys over here working on something.
I think they're making a little new building.
Maybe. All right, we'll hang out here. I'll walk around and Jackson can ride circles while I walk a little bit more. We found a puddle. Puddles are always fun. There we go. We have Jackson's mark, Jackson's tire mark, and my footpath. I'm not very good at filming in front of people yet, and there's a couple walking behind me. When I was filming the puddle, they were kind of looking at me weird. So this is my practice. This is my exposure. I'm walking away from them, but I'm still gonna film and talk to you guys. Here we go, back around again. We're doing great. Jackson has recovered a little bit. He's trying to have a little bit more fun. He's gonna take a break. He says I can walk one more lap. So I'm gonna make it worth my while. I'm gonna walk all the way down there to the car again, and then all the way back to this side. So let me get off here and make the most of the time I have left here. That didn't work, and I knew it wouldn't. Jackson has major separation anxiety, and he always has since he was first born. He can't handle being out of my sight. So as soon as I got to where he couldn't see me, I heard his scooter coming. He should be coming right up behind me any second now. There he is. He's a mama's boy.
Bye.
Mama's boy through and through. And I love it. I found some clovers. Do you see a 4-leafer? This one's cute. I can tell that these are clover by the little flowers.
Where are the clovers?
These are the clovers that have the flowers. See how they all have 3 leaves? 3 leaves, 3 leaves. If you can find one with 4 leaves, myth or rumor has it that you'll have good luck. You see any with 4 leaves?
Not yet, at least.
Me either. Mom hasn't found a 4-leaf clover since I was a kid.
I know.
There's a baby elm tree growing.
That probably took forever.
Yep, since the scavenger hunt when I was a kid. I was telling Jackson the other day, when we were kids, every summer we would take one great big vacation. And my cousins and my aunts and uncles and grandparents would all join on my dad's side. And we would either all get together and rent a beach house, and we would all stay in the beach house together, or we would rent a cabin and we would all stay in the cabin in the mountains together. Well, one time we stayed in a cabin, and our parents always had activities to do, I'm sure to keep us busy and out of their hair. And we had a scavenger hunt one time, and we all split up into 2 groups. And my team, my group, we found all the stuff on the list really fast. Except for the 4-leaf clover. And it came down to the wire. It came down to the minutes. Both teams were searching for a 4-leaf clover at the end. Of course, I don't remember who won. I don't remember who found it. But I remember the memories that we made. Let's go back this way, baby. And, you know, that's my goal. That was my goal with raising my kids. my older kids, and still my goal with Jackson is just to create the memories. The little details don't matter. The who or what did it don't matter, but the little details, the memories, they last a lifetime. Look here, Jackson. No, I found some little pine cones growing, some babies.
Oh.
You see them? There's some up there that are old from last year.
Oh my God.
There's some good ones. I love the way leaves look. You guys have probably noticed that I have a lot of pictures that look similar to this. I love the way the sun and the sky looks through the leaves of a tree, especially a pine tree. Isn't that just so pleasing?
Mama.
Jackson found a flower and I found a little pine cone on the ground. Do you want to take them home and put them in the nature tray?
Yeah.
We have a nature tray on our front porch that we like to collect nature in, don't we? It doesn't last there long, but we like to be able to look at it for a few days, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's head back this way.
Yeah, and go see Wolf Link.
Okay. Jackson has a Wolf Link character in the car. That's my clue that he's done and he's ready to get back to his comfort. And that's okay. I bet we've walked for 20 or 30 minutes. So I'm very pleased with that. And our morning is not ruined. He was able to come out of his little funk. So let's go. Let's move on with our day. Last thing I found on the way back to the car is one of these long bean pods that come out of the tree. Some of my other best memories as a kid were at the farm.
What is that, Mom?
It's a bean pod.
Oh.
When we would go to my grandparents' farm in the summer, my cousins and I would collect these and we would pick all the beans out of them and pretend that we were cooking with them. We made so many stews and magic potions and soup, and we would play for hours just playing with these and some mud and some old pots and pans. One more look at some clover. I found some big ones. I still don't see a 4-leafer. I guess I'm not gonna have clover luck on my side today. But that's okay, because God is on my side every day. He's on your side too. We made it back to the car. Jackson's trying to fix my windshield wiper back there. It gets stuck. Huh, it's still stuck.
Is that good?
Just push it back down and leave it down. There, that'll work. It's bright. I don't even know if they can see us because they're seeing the sun. How about that? Bring it over here, baby. This is Wolf Link. Link actually turned into a wolf. Is that what you were telling me?
Yes.
That is cool. One of my favorite things about this summer versus all our summers in the past is Jackson can load his own scooter in and out of the car. Last year you weren't tall enough or strong enough, were you?
Yeah, and I wasn't strong enough to lift up the trash can because I'm afraid it's gonna fall on my face.
That's true, and now you can lift up the lid of the dumpster. Well, we also got a new dumpster with a plastic lid.
Yeah, that's why.
That helps a lot. All right, let's go get a cold drink and head home, shall we?
Yeah.
Let your child learn to help out. Let them learn a little at a time when it seems fun or like something that they might want to try. If you don't push it, if you keep it lighthearted and fun, then they help more and more and more. And it's not about how it looks at the end, it's just about learning to help out. I don't know why my wiper doesn't work. I had that back glass replaced years ago. One of our neighbors, I guess someone at night shot a BB and it busted out my back windshield. And ever since they replaced it, the wiper hasn't worked right. And I'm one of those people that will live with it for years not working right versus taking it back and having to do repairs again. It works good enough. All right, we're going in to get a drink.
Spinny
You made that on your 3D printer, didn't you?
Yes, this is all my 3D printed stuff.
We're gonna work in Jackson's room on the last project in here for now. And you can see he's keeping his room really nice. He's been working really hard to pick it up well every day before electronic time, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
Today, we're gonna tackle this. While I take a shower, Jackson's gonna take all these stuffies out of this. And then while he takes a shower, I'm gonna take the sheet down and all of the nails and big staples holding it up. We're gonna sort through the stuffed animals, and then we bought some pet nets a long time ago that are still in my room. And we're gonna hang those up and separate these out so that it doesn't look like it's gonna fall down or rip the sheet out, right? You excited for that?
Mm-hmm.
What's her name?
Uni.
Uni. You love any kind of lamp or lantern, don't you? All right, I'm gonna take a shower. You move all the stuffies from over here and just lay them in your closet over here so they're way out of the way, okay?
How about I just go dump that in there?
One more question.
What?
We have some viewers that always ask, what are your favorite things to read? Can you show us on your bookshelf a couple of your very favorite reads? Your very favorite books?
This little thing, you can get it only from Target, but I got it at a lending library.
That was lucky, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a little thing that shows you what to make, like stuff to make with Legos.
Okay, that is
For
really fun.
instance, it shows you how to make little...
Let me turn your light on and then we'll be back.
It can show you how to make little... I made a little cell phone once. Where is it? A little cell phone.
With Lego. That is awesome. You did great when you made that. Okay, what do you like to read instead of to look for projects? It's kind of dark in here. We have to put a new string on Jackson's light to turn it on. This is some artwork from his friend.
We also, yeah, she's good, isn't she?
She's a great cat artist, isn't she?
Even though she's very, how old is Milo again? Like,
she's 8. She's 9 now.
She's 1 year younger than me, but she's still amazing at drawing.
Okay, what are you showing us here?
Dog Man and Cat Kid Comic Club.
Yes, those are some of your favorite graphic novels.
I Survived and Who Was, or What Was, or What Is, Where Is.
You like your I Survived books. What else? Your Geronimo Stilton down there.
Yeah, and the Investigators and the Agents of Suit. And then I just have a little...
Ooh, a secret stash that looks like a book.
Yep.
All right, those are your suggestions. I see some Magic Treehouse. You like those too,
Yeah.
don't you? You've read most of those from the library.
Yeah, they're easier to... The ones at the library, they have way more of them. Because they just are more popular.
And then you have your Harry Potter. Lots and lots of Pokemon books, don't you?
Oh, heck yeah, I have so many. And I have a little state park thing. I don't know where it is. I was looking for it yesterday, but it just disappeared.
Well, I can help you find it. Jackson has a whole stack of little pamphlets that tell about birds, mushrooms, butterflies.
Oh, yeah, I have a cat and dog encyclopedia.
Oh, those are some of your favorite for sure.
Yeah.
What is that set right there?
What set?
Behind that blue box. Move the blue plastic box. Move that. What's behind that?
I haven't even read.
Oh, you haven't read those? Those are the ones we just got recently from Miss Miley?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for sharing. And by the way, we walked for an entire hour this morning. We got out of the car at 7:15 and somehow we got back in the car at exactly 8:15. So go us. That was a good walk. Before I shower, I'm gonna have breakfast because I'm extra hungry after walking. I'm gonna have my Oikos 000 yogurt that's high protein and low sugar and a little bit of the sugar-free cherry on top. I got showered and Jackson got his part of the stuffies cleaned up. So now we're gonna switch roles. He's gonna take a shower and I'm gonna take this down and all of the 5 million staples that I put in it to keep it up. Do you enjoy home repairs or home renovations? Do you enjoy watching people do home repairs and home cleaning or renovations? Here's a picture of Thor. Back when Jackson went to public school, he would get so extremely homesick for me and for his dog. So he had a picture of me and Dad at his desk and in his backpack. And he had this pinned on his backpack. And he would bring stuffed animals and fidgets and stuff in his backpack. And he was allowed to go out and look at these or love on these whenever he needed. One of the problems with that, though, was he was too anxious to ever ask to leave the room or to ever ask for a break. He was so anxious he would barely even ask to go to the bathroom, which led to some problems, you know. It's one thing to have all these accommodations in your IEP, but when you're too anxious to use them and the teachers won't set scheduled times to help you, you know, it just makes it even more difficult than it already is just to be there. Trying to get this done while Jackie's home to hang the pet nets so he can hang one of them up higher than the others. I had these in there. I had little thumbtacks in there. And I think I have a bunch of staples in here, which I should put shoes on before I do this because they're big staples from the staple gun. Something random about us, none of us like to use a top sheet. We all only use a bottom sheet, and then we use our preferred blankets. So every time we have a sheet set, we have an extra sheet that we don't use. I usually give the flat sheet to my mom, and she makes baby quilts, and she uses the sheets for the back of the quilts. But for this one, we decided to hang it up. We may actually do something else with it now. I'll wash it and see. It has a lot of holes in it, but we might can make something with it. All right, I think all I have to do is take down one down right here. I need the hammer to get that out. And I'll go ahead and unclip this stuff. We've been to 2 rainforest cafes, one down in Houston and one in San Antonio. Jackson got this at the one in San Antonio. I have to tell you guys, he's a collector. He loves to collect things. And he looks at this, gets it out and plays with it. He has a name for it. And it's just very special to him. It's like his friend from the place that we visited. This is Gregory. This is the first one Jackson got, and they come with an icy in them. They're actually cups, and they come with an icy. Jackson does love ices. This is Gregory from Houston, the first rainforest cafe we went to. He's very cute. For about probably a month after we went there, Jackson carried this thing absolutely everywhere we went. My work here is done. Now we just have to wait for Dad to get up and around and get the pet nets hung up, and then we're going to sort. Let me show you this pile. This is Jackson's basket full of goodies that he creates. He takes apart toys. Like this is probably 3 different ones taken apart, and he duct tapes them together. He takes apart many toys. He takes apart tape measures and random objects, and he builds all of this stuff. And he'll build and rebuild all in the same day. And down there he has a wooden shield that him and Dad made together. But I came to show you this pile of stuffed animals. I want to sort these. Like I've said before, Jackson plays with almost every stuffed animal he has. He does not have any in here that don't have some kind of real meaning to him. But when we put them back up in the pet net, the reason I want 2, one high and one low, is so in the high one we can put all of the stuffies that he doesn't really take down and play with as much. He has several that are very large, and he doesn't want to not have them, but he doesn't necessarily take them around and carry them around and play with them. So I want to put those up high so that in the lower one, he can actually see what's in there, instead of having such a big pile of stuffies that he can't even find the one that he wants. Which is also the reason that I have Jackson so many shelves like this. Because here's his other shelf you've seen. You know, when you're a collector of things, or even for all kids, toy boxes just don't work in my opinion. The only way to find a toy that you want that's in a toy box is to dump the whole toy box out. The only way to find a stuffy in a sheet like we had hanging up where they're all piled up is to take a whole bunch of them out. And I want to try to prevent that so he doesn't have as much to sort through, or he doesn't get frustrated when he can't find the one he wants. I just want him to be able to kind of visually see them. And the net is a little bit see-through at the bottom, I think, so you can even see from the bottom what's in there. So I'm hoping to sort those out and get it a little bit more functional for his space and his needs. Here's another one of his creations. This is one that he made from a tape measure. It's flexible still, and he has cut the tip to where it looks sharp. And then he has added on, he knows the proper name for all of these, I don't, but he's added on the little thing that you can, I guess, basically whack people with. You know, he's into history and war type things and fantasy, so he knows the name for all of these and he creates his own. This is something he made out of a wooden sword, but also out of something else that he has taped on down here. We buy Jackson a roll of duct tape almost every week, a huge roll. He tapes and untapes and tapes and untapes and creates really, really neat stuff. I like how creative he is.
We moved all this stuff over here.
Final room tour.
Mom needs to dust. Or did you dust it?
No, a little bit. We put all your fidgets over there. And then what?
And just right quick, I made this.
No, you've been working on the Lego sword. Yes, what else did we get done?
These.
Yeah, Dad got your pet hammocks put up. What do you think about them?
I like them. Stretchy.
You cleaned out this basket.
Yeah.
Organized it. The closet is now cleaned out. We got all the stuffies out of there. You got all your Squishmallows put back in the closet. Pokemon's back over here. And everything finished. How do you like your room update?
I like it.
I like it a lot. You feel like a big kid with a big bed now? I told Jackson I feel like he has a teenager room now. Even though he's not quite 11. I feel like it just looks like so much of a bigger kid room than how we had it before.
Thanks for coming along on the journey. Ow.
See you next time. You need a stem break? You needed a stem break?